Welcome back to my teardown shop. Here we tear down all the electronics and put them to good use. Today we're going to tear down an LG plasma TV. It is January 2009 model plasma TV. I won't bore you with all the screws. I'm taking all the screws out. Screws. There's over a dozen screws everywhere. I always forget that one though. You try to take the back plate off and you think you got all these screws, and I always forget that one. Try not to do it this time. Don't forget the screws on the bottom here. 4 screws on the bottom. There we go. The LG. Now it looks like we might have to take off a few more screws over here before this thing slips out. But here we are. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got some nice circuit boards in here. LG. Made by CRJ. So if you wonder what I do with my circuit boards, I do not sell them to the man for chump change. No. We're in the middle of the Rona collapse, but when America really collapses, that copper will be priceless. So, if at all possible, try to hold on to your copper and your silver. Even hold on to your aluminum. Don't give it to the man at the cheap prices. So, this one was in a dusty location. Very dusty location. Speakers aren't that impressive, but on the other side there's a little tiny strip of gold on these ribbons here. The whole thing's not gold, but there is a little strip that's for gold recovery. It's weird how they encased that chip in glue. Every one of those is covered in glue. It's strange. There's an LG chip. Okay, so now we just have to unscrew all these screws. I won't bore you with that. But every single tiny screw has to be taken out if we're going to scrap these circuit boards. And the circuit boards will go into the Sci-Fi workshop. Well, we're getting there. This is the primary secondary board. On these are nice little clips you can keep. To take the wires out, you push down on that, and then push this part up. Push down on that and up on this. There we go. Plastic. Plastic. Quite a few screws in these LGs, and it looks like there's more components in these LGs. I have to assume the LG is a better TV set. That's scrap metal. Nice piece of scrap metal. The last plasma TV that I scrapped, Insignia, did not have these nice 2 pieces of aluminum. This is nice aluminum. Always save your aluminum. Nice heavy primary, secondary circuit board with lots of copper, silver solder. Okay, remember my circuit board then? On the back of these, remember there's a gold strip on the back of those. This one's really heavy. This is a nice board here. Nice and heavy, copper. Sometimes when you're fixing these TVs, you'll notice that some of the capacitors don't look right. They're burned out, or they're bulging out, pregnant, like a pregnant capacitor. Circuit boards, they really add up here, don't they? This board used to be right on this side. But if you pull these out, sometimes they're kind of hard to pull out, but if you pull these out, you'll see the gold strip right there. So the gold strip is the part that goes into the circuit board. Let's see if we can't pull it out. This is kind of hard to pull out. There we go. They're not that hard to pull out. Just put a little strength to it. There's your gold strip. Circuit board bin. I'm not sure if this is aluminum or not. This is a nice piece of metal. Gotta get my magnet out. That might be aluminum. It holds, it's a cover plate for these. Speakers slip right out. Somebody might be able to use a nice speaker like that. Okay, we just about got it all complete there. Again, like this circuit board here was on the left side, and I pulled this side out, and you can see the gold strip. So if I pulled this out of here, you would see the gold strip. Nice, very nice. Now, if you have any other, sometimes you have a project where you're running wire in your shop or running wire on the wall in your house, and you can never find these things. You can hook the wire in there to the wall, wire holders. Anyhow, it takes 15 minutes to drive to Home Depot. They're going to charge you $5 for a box of these. So you gotta save as much as you can nowadays, because the Rona collapse, stores will be closing, everything's going to shit, America's going to hell in a handbasket. And that's all I got to say. Let's see what's underneath this. What's underneath here? This is the screen. Another nice piece of metal, huh? Another nice piece of metal from my sci-fi shop. So that's the screen. Looks like there might be... The screen is pretty heavy. Let's see what I got here. There's a piece of something underneath here. This, is that plastic or glass? Okay, that's the plasma TV. Now the plasma, if you're wondering how the plasma TV works, this screen here has thousands of little bubbles in there, maybe millions of bubbles. And each bubble is filled up with plasma. And when the circuit board sends electronic signals through the plasma bubbles, you get color in an image. So again, I've already described to you all those little bubbles and inside the glass plasma bubbles, and you can see the lines, the wires that send electricity to the bubbles. Well, these old style plasma TVs are being replaced with LCDs for the cheaper masses. Now this part here, this is glass. It's glass. These, all you have to do is push these this way. These metal strips just unclip very simply. And this is a piece of glass. Let's see without breaking. How thick is it? It's actually a nice thick piece of glass. And that's the covering that goes over the plasma TV. There we have it. So you get the piece of glass, the plasma TV, the metal backing. And that's all there is to it. Only thing left is a piece of plastic.